Was Genghis Khan cruel? He allegedly killed 10% of the population. Some people have written that he killed these many people or that many people. Where's the evidence? Where is the evidence? See, we read textbooks, but understand that most textbooks are someone's opinion. They are not based on facts. Show me the evidence that 10% of whatever population was killed. Show me archaeological hard evidence. You go to Paris, there is something called the catacombs of Paris. Okay, under the city of Paris, there are this is huge network of tunnels. Right, it's full of dead bodies, skeletons. You know how many people are there? Several. There are the remains of several million people. How did so many people die? No one will tell you. Nobody will tell you how so many people died. And it's not from hundreds of years ago. It's more like the past 300-400 years. So what event happened in the past 300-400 years that several million people died and they were all buried in these catacombs of Paris? Nobody has an answer. That is archaeological evidence of millions of people dying. Now, where's the evidence that Genghis Khan killed so many people? The only accounts we have of Genghis Khan's campaigns and his career is one, the secret history of the Mongols, and secondly, the accounts of his enemies. And there is no archaeological evidence anywhere of him killing X number of people or Y number of people. So whatever we read in these books, history books and all, these are opinions of writers, typically European or Western writers. And they can't digest the fact that a guy from the East was greater than their Alexander and their Julius Caesar and their Napoleon. And so they demonize him. They accuse him of all kinds of things, even worse things than killing 10% of a region's population. So I completely disagree with this allegation that Genghis Khan killed 10% or whatever number of people. Some say, I don't know, 50 million, 100, I don't know what the number they throw around. There is absolutely no hard evidence for that. Zero hard evidence. The other story is that he is the ancestor of, I don't know, 10% of the world's population today. Once again, zero evidence, absolutely zero evidence. But it's accepted as a fact today. People will come and tell you this, that he raped so many women and so many people are his descendants. Show me the evidence. Show me evidence. And what is the evidence? How do we find evidence of that? First of all, you will need Genghis Khan's own DNA. Only then can you prove or claim such a thing. We don't have evidence of it. We don't have his DNA anywhere. His body has never been found. We don't even have the DNA of his descendants. We may have DNA samples of his of descendants who came far after him, many generations after him, possibly. That's not evidence. Was he cruel? He was a hard man. You have no idea what this guy went through to succeed. He had a horrific childhood. He saw things nobody should see. He had to undergo things nobody should undergo. And he was able to come out on top and succeed. He was able to unify his nation in his mid-40s only. Until his mid-40s, from childhood until his mid-40s, he was battling all kinds of odds. And then he unified his nation. And he launched his career as a conqueror in his mid or late 40s. And in 20 years, he conquered more territory than Roman emperors were able to conquer in 300 years. So yes, obviously he was a military expansionist, but he only conquered in retaliation. He only went to war when there was a just cause for war. And some people don't agree with me. Well, you can take a hike. I don't care. Those of you who don't agree, go somewhere else. See the account of somebody who agrees with who who agrees with what you think. So was he cruel? I don't think he was unnecessarily cruel, but obviously he fought so many battles. He waged entire military campaigns. People would die in that. That's something that every single conqueror did, including Julius Caesar, including Napoleon, including Alexander, including Samudragupta, including Ashoka, including Kanishka the Great, and so on and so forth. Right? So I don't think he was specifically or especially cruel, but yeah, that's the kind of image they have created of this man. I think he was better, in my opinion, than most of these so-called conquerors who are glorified